G'day everybody and welcome. Today coming in at you with my Make 9 2020. Was it a hit or was it a bit of a miss? Let's find out. Now this is in no particular order I show you these, so let's start with all the makes. Have I kind of given it away there? All the makes? We will find out. So it is the square neck top, and for those of you guys that follow me, you would have known that I already made this. This was in a 100% cotton fabric. Excuse that it's a little bit crumpled, just pulled it out where it's folded up, and gotta have me a square neckline. It's not very often that you find many tops with that square neckline, and also with the way it sits on me, I like how that lays, in the sense of it's not too high and it's not too scandalous or anything, so it's just right. So yeah, made that one. And also, as you can see on the mannequin there, I had made another one, and in a stitch fabric. Now the next pattern is a style vintage pattern. It's a little bit crumpled, so the pattern number is 4213, which is the other one, and I made this view here, and this is out of a red corduroy, and on the inside I use this Scotty Dog fabric, and also contrast corduroy there, because I did not have quite enough of the red. And the red fabric I got from the D-Stash, which is from Rosie Sews Modern Vintage. Yeah, and great pockets there. Like the detail of the button. There are two, there's the other one there, and also for the straps. Yeah, so they're not adjustable, they are permanently fixed, and probably won't show up that well, but it is actually a crossover back. Any of these, if I find any of the photographs, obviously I will, Teenage Athlete will instill them as we go along and or at the end. Also, on this pinafore dress, I also made the bib bigger, because being a vintage pattern, it actually came up really small, and because I'm quite tall, so I needed to make that allowance. So that's kind of the only adjustment that I did for this pattern. Righto, next up is the Brouet shirt there by D&I. Originally I made a size 10 and just had to size up slightly, so I went up to a 12, but actually then it came out a little bit too big, so just kind of reconfigured just a couple of little points in the shirt. It kind of like almost came out at a size 11. So I have both the mock-up and the completed shirt. So this is the completed one and this is the mock-up. So I did not attach any buttons or anything with that one. I have kept that so in case I need to make any adjustments to the mock-up. I know, right? Yeah, so this one's also a little bit crumpled, guys, but you have seen this in a previous video. So yeah, 100% cotton, mint green fabric, and I have been wanting to make this shirt for quite some time, and yeah, finally got around to making it, and really pleased with it. I like the style. The lower part of the shirt does come up a little bit long, and I did take a little bit off that on the proper finished full one. Finished it off with the bias binding. It does look neat, it's just the way I am holding it up, so yeah. And I got me these buttons there. I like the little cut out star detail. Yeah, so it has quite a bit of shaping, darts and pleats, and it kind of curved hem. Yeah, so I'm really happy how this one came out. Next up we have a style pattern, 4219 there, and I decided to make view number 3, which is that one. And if we come a little bit closer, it has a gathered waistline there, shirring, so I thought I would give shirring a little bit of a go, and yeah, to quite good success. However, did I complete it completely? So this is the shirring here, and yeah, pretty pleased with how that came out. And I installed side zipper there. However, I have completed the pants, full length pants, and did not hem them. The reason being because when I fitted them on, which I know you should kind of fit as you go, but I actually made French seams in this one. So if I show you the inside, there we go, there's the French seam. So I did the really rookie stupid thing of not adding the extra fabric that you would have required to allow for the French seams. So getting these pants over my hips, I can get them on, but they are a little bit too tight. So if I was bending, then it would be too much pressure on the hip. So yeah, I don't know whether to actually go in and take out all the French seams or do something else with this. So yeah, almost complete, but not 100% complete, unfortunately. So a little bit disappointed. And I also kept some more shirring that I had made, and the slightly better one of the two went on these pants. Now this is a cotton again, and yeah, 100% cotton, really soft, and it's actually a quilting cotton, and considering it's a quilting cotton, it is so super soft. And I wanted just a tiny little bit of structure to these pants, so kind of a win-win with the fabric, but not a win-win with the fitting, I'm afraid. And that is where the makes end. So the other ones are still in my little box. So yeah, bit of a complete and utter fail. So I am a little bit disappointed, but sometimes you do actually have to be in the mood zone, if you like, to want to sew certain garments. And I'll just quickly go through with you guys so you can see the garments that I did not make. So this fabric here I got me when I went to Gold Hawk Road, and it's come up a little bit brighter because I have so many lights on, because it is 20 after 4 in the evening. So, but it's actually a darker mustard, and it is a denim, and I wanted to make the macaws M7470. So this not only was on the make 9 for this year, but it was also on last year's make 9, and unfortunately it did not get made. I was kind of hoping that it would, because this was kind of the fabric that I was hoping to find and make up, because the other fabric that I chose is a bit no. So yeah, a little bit disappointed with that, but it is what it is. Now the next one is lovely. Actually, I'll show you the pattern first, it makes sense. So it's a vintage pattern, Weldon's So Easy. Really like that vintage style there. Just show you the back real quick. Yeah, so that wasn't made up either, and this is the beautiful fabric here, and got that in Birmingham with one of the meetups last year, and so super soft. And yeah, so it unfortunately did not get made. So yeah, I am disappointed that I have not made the other makes, but it's just the way it goes. Then Better Stuff. This is a pinch jumpsuit or overalls if you like, and 8404. I still do not have any fabric with this pattern, and I actually did say at the time, and yeah, I was going to make it in a denim, and although I had some denim in my fabric collection, that was kind of put aside for TE. And yeah, also I had another little bit of fabric, but I wasn't sure if I actually had enough, so yeah, so no fabric for that one, so that one definitely did not get made. And the next one, another vintage pattern, 2036. It's a Simplicity. Really like that style, especially across the bust area. Looked quite voluminous on the pattern. I don't know if it would have been had I made it up, but that said, it might have, because I was going to use the African wax print. And again, this was fabric that I picked up at the Gold Fork Road. Just open it out a little bit. Yeah, so quite a bit of structure with that one, so it may have made a little bit of a voluminous skirt on the dress, but again, not made. And finally, this pattern, oh, I was in tears last year when I opened my KB Pattern Swap Christmas parcel, and this is Ralph Rucci. It's a Vogue pattern, V1239. Oh my goodness, I could not believe that my pattern swap buddy got me this pattern. And yeah, so not made as yet, and I had the fabric for it, which I still have here, which was 100% cotton, and it had these little flecks in. I'm not sure if, yeah, there you go. This fabric was pretty structured, and I also, when I took a second look at it, I thought maybe I might not have quite enough for this beautiful pattern, so I actually ended up purchasing, this was a while ago now, it's amazing how much time has gone past since, and I picked up 3 yards. Again, it is 100% cotton. It does have a little bit of structure, but it also has a little bit of shine. It's pretty much the same colour. I don't know if you would actually notice any difference. Hang on, got my hands full here. There we go. Yeah, there's a slight difference. This is more of a light oatmeal colour, where this is more of a cream colour with a hint of sort of more of a yellowy cream rather than kind of a grey cream. Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure that I had plenty of fabric, and although this is quite a semi-structured fabric, it also seems a little softer than this one. So yeah, So unfortunately that beautiful Vogue pattern as of yet has not been sewn, and yeah, the Make 9 has always been in the, you know, my thinking to get around to doing it, but like I said earlier, you kind of just, you got to be in the mind to want to sew. I mean, some patterns you look at them and you just almost sew them immediately, whilst others kind of, you know, get put to the back a little bit, or for whatever reason just not as yet get sewn. It could be days, months, weeks, even years later, or just never. So yeah, I am going to do Make 9 next year, so I will bring a video to you guys for that. I'm not entirely sure when, maybe a week or two, or maybe even at the end of January, I don't know. There will be a video for my Make 9 coming, and maybe one or two of those patterns will go back into next year's Make 9. And yeah, there is obviously going to be some new ones, and also want to, yeah, put a little bit more vintage patterns in there. So for those of you that took part in Make 9, did you do all your sewing, all your 9 garments, or did you completely fail and not complete any, or like me and just only sew 4? Wow, it's kind of 3 3/4 really, isn't it? Because the 4th one's not 100% complete. So yeah, I'll have to go back into that and see what I can do. Right guys, so that is enough of me today, because guess what guys, oh no, you will actually see me and possibly TE tomorrow for, yeah, New Year's Eve video. Little bit of talking and bit of a review of the year and my thoughts and things like that, and just some animals just to kind of fade out with a little bit of nature to go into the new year. But again, you don't have to stop by, you don't need to watch, but for those that enjoy, I have been, especially over lockdown and or the Vlogmas, I know a lot of you guys have said that you've enjoyed the nature, so I really appreciate that, thank you. And yeah, the photographs, I know they're not very good photographs, and sometimes, you know, if you're behind the window, you're going to get that kind of blur, smeary kind of image, but yeah, it's just the way it goes sometimes. I can take better photographs, but sometimes, you know, it doesn't always happen like that for whatever reason. So yeah, I'm fully aware that some of my stills are blurry and don't really need that pointed out in a personal message, and you know, at the end of the day you can see what it is. At the end of the day you can see it's a bird, and for those that know birds and or animals, you can definitely decipher which bird breed it is or animal breed. So yeah, it's not like an elephant that looks so blurred that it might be mistaken for a rock or a mountain or something. Yeah, so anyway guys, enough of me yakking on. So see you guys tomorrow, and thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see you tomorrow. Okay, thank you.